Rastin Rizzoli, the co-founder of Doro.
Hi, I'm Doro. What would you like me to call you?
Hey Doro, I'm Molly.
Got it. How much time do you have for our first chat?
An AI chatbot designed to act as your mental health coach. He's bringing his app to life at Velocity, the startup incubator at the University of Waterloo.
Okay, let's talk about this invention of yours.
Yeah.
What is Doro?
So we're building the first generative AI psychotherapist. So we started about a year ago, and our original plan was to build a chatbot for delivering different psychotherapeutic practices, because we know many people are experiencing early signs of anxiety and depression. When large language models were released, we said, okay, we have to address this gap.
And so how big is the need?
Well, you can say like 1 in 3 North Americans right now are showing early signs of anxiety and depression, are at the subclinical stage of mental health disorders. That means millions.
Millions of people
Yes.
need something to help them,
Yes.
and the access isn't there.
Yeah.
Okay, and so how exactly does it work?
Okay, so it's a conversational chatbot. You talk with it directly, either through text, keyboard, or directly through real-time conversations. And during these conversations, it uses a variety of different techniques. And these are all based on different modalities like cognitive behavioral therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy. And after each session, we also ask some like activities and tasks for the user to try.
And is it learning about you more as you go?
Yes, exactly. So as you like have conversations with it, as you have like more chats, do more journaling with it, it learns from your words that you're using, from your conversations, to learn about your personality, your like emotions, your behavioral challenges, and what you really want to achieve while you're using Doro.
Is there any danger in it learning too much from you?
I think not much about learning too much about you, because the more we learn about the person, the more we can personalize it to their culture, to their background, to their ethnicity, because these are very important in like any psychotherapeutic chatbot. So that's very, very important. The more we learn about them, the more we can personalize what we offer to them.
Rastin, how does your technology differ from what's out there right now?
Yeah, for any chatbot that needs to be like deployed in a mental health setting, first of all, it has to have a clear therapeutic stance, right? I'm not your assistant. I'm not here to please you or validate you, and there's a clear boundary in here. So for example, Stanford article that asked like, what are the tallest bridges like higher than 25 meters? Well, this is a therapy chatbot. I'm not here to answer this question. So a therapeutic stance means clearly having a boundary, having a goal in the conversation.
Nice to meet you, Molly.
Most people would spend months sharing their struggles with Doro. We spent roughly 20 minutes putting the app to the test.
I'm having some pretty dark thoughts, thinking about hurting myself.
You're going through a painful and overwhelming time, and I want to be sure you get the support you need. If you ever feel like you might harm yourself, please reach out for help right away.
The app refers you to a built-in helpline feature, which allows you to choose your country and province to find local crisis lines in an emergency.
So is Doro recommending people go to a therapist?
Exactly. We recommend them to, okay, at this stage, I think, either if it's a like suicidal situation, we ask them to use helpline, or like reach out to therapists. And also like we partner with therapists as well to like offer them summaries. So because, for example, if a user was using Doro for the past 2 months, we summarize their chats and everything, make a case conceptualization, and send it to the therapist.
So you think users are safe then, coming onto it as a first step?
Exactly, as the first step. And we like if we realize that, okay, this is not enough, they need something, we keep offering them. That's really important.
So Doro is programmed
Yes.
to encourage the user to make friends outside of Doro?
Exactly. So for example, if someone's feeling lonely and their social circle is small because of immigration or whatever else, we ask them to do conversations with us. We clearly even say the goal of each conversation so that we're very transparent with the user. And for example, in these goals, it could be, okay, for the next week, we have to attend an event. Okay?
It actually prompts you to go out in the public.
Exactly, go out in the
Interesting.
public. You're not ready? Let's have conversations about it. What are you stressed out about? Why don't you want to reach out to your friends or any events that you'd like to try? You know, then we do some of these conversations and slowly prepare the user to go out there, make friends, because we have to focus on early intervention and prevention. That's the best stage that any psychotherapy principle, modality can address and potentially fix the challenges that the user are experiencing. So that's a fundamental stage, and that's the best stage that we can use psychotherapeutic techniques.